is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 13. For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them. Right. You Negro Hispanics, Native Americans, West Africans, you turn not to him that smiteth thee. Go on. Neither do they seek the Lord of hosts. Neither do you seek the Most High. You just think that this is the way the world is. And it's quite sad to see your own people like that. Okay? Go on. Therefore the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, right? For the leaders of the Most High's people cause them to err. God, your so-called TV Jakes, your local church pastor, Creflo Dollar, yeah, Pastor Chris, yeah, he leads you to err. He's not teaching you the law, statutes, and commandments. He can't teach you and tell you the reason why you're in that predicament that you are today. Oh, speaking of that, you're going to have to give me Lamentations 2:14. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Right. The leaders of the Most High's people, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Africans, cause you to err. Talking about, oh, a blessing eat. When the Most High said, for I am the Lord, I do not change. Malachi 3:6. Read that quick. This is the book of Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. No, Jesus came and now the heathens can be grafted in. For I am the Lord, I change not. No, blessed eat. What I've called clean, you can't call unclean. For I am the Lord, I change not. No, you can eat pork now. For I am the Lord, I change not. No, the Arab man, the Caucasian man, the Chinese man can now be grafted in. The you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Africans with the promises. Book of Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. For I am the Lord, I change not. That's why he said in Hebrews 8:8, but I will make a new covenant with them, not the world. The Most High is going to make a new covenant with the Israelites. Okay? He's going to make a new covenant with you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and West Africans. Okay? The heathens are never going to be grafted in. Go on. Therefore you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Therefore you Israelites are not consumed. Because you're such a stiff-necked people. Yet the Most High is your God. The reason he put that there is because, trust me, if the Most High changed, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Africans would have been wiped out by now. Because you're so freaking stiff-necked and, what is it, hard-hearted. Okay? The Most High knows who he's dealing with. He knows his people. That's why I said to Ezekiel, if I had sent you to the heathen nations, yeah, read that one. Go on. This is Ezekiel chapter 3. I'll start from 1. Well, I'll start from 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Right, and that roll that Ezekiel ate was the truth. It wasn't a literal honey roll, okay? It was this doctrine, all right? Because it's sweet in thy mouth. When you find out who you are, you find out who your enemies are, you find out how the hell to get out of this situation, okay? Because trust me, you have to get, Ecclesiastes 12:1. The shit's about to hit the fan. Go on. And he said unto me, man, son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel. No, go get thee unto the world. Go get thee unto the house of Israel. No, go and teach my laws to all the heathen nations round about that I didn't send Moses to give my laws to. Go and get thee to the house of Israel. Go and get thee to the nation and house of Israel. Nation is short for nationality, which is short for race, which is a race of people. Go on. And speak my words unto them. And speak my words unto them. That's what the Bible says in what? Isaiah 8:20. They speak not according to this word. There's no light in them. That's why your church pastors and your Muslim prophets can't come up here. And your masjids, they will get melted down with the truth. Okay? Go on. But thou art not sent to a people of a strong speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Right, you're not sent to a people of a strong, strong speech and a hard language. What?
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
No, we're not Muslims.
What are you?
We're Israelites. If you didn't hear that by now, then...
You say about myself?
You're an Israelite too.
You say about myself?
He said that you're an Israelite too.
What's your nationality? It's ignorant.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, ignorant. Hack up this stuff.
Ignorant means to not know. Go on. Ignorant means to lack knowledge if you didn't know. Look up the word so you can have understanding. That's what I mean, man.
Got smart from what he's done.
Ready to act up, but you won't want to act up with a Christian or a Muslim. Go on. The book of Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 5. But thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Right. And that guy over there was a perfect example. An Israelite trying to buck up against his own prophets. And so when the Most High puts him to death, then you go and wonder why. Go on. But the house of Israel will not hearken, not to people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou cannot understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Right, which means if our God went to the heathen nations that are round about us, they would have listened. Alright, the people like that guy that walked off, trying to size up, when judgment day comes, Jacob's trouble now, he going to push up himself. Give me that one where it talks about guys that have been trying to come up to us, brother, in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because we're humble right now. The Most High, give me Ezekiel 9 and 4 afterwards as well. Right now we can't execute judgment. But in Jacob's trouble, I'm going to execute some serious judgment on his ignorant ass. Go on. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold of all the languages of the nations. Right. Which means that the heathen nation is going to be trying to ask us for help as well. Go on. That's why I'm glad about the speaker as well. Because even if man's walking away, he can still hear me. So he cannot escape his judgment. Go on. Even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew saying. Right. So the heathen nation is going to try and take hold of our clothes. Me and my brother and the rest of the Akim pushing these works. They're going to try and hang on to us in the time of Jacob's trouble. The evil day that the Bible speaks of. Go on. Shall take hold of the skirt of him that is an Israelite saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Right. The heathen nation is going to be trying to say that. And man, and I think that they're bad man as well. We will go with you, for we have heard that Yahawah deals with you. Go on. That's basically, if you watch the book of Eli and so forth, when he was getting hunted down for the book, they understood that something was protecting him. That's like these average people out here, these average Joes out here. When, for lack of a better term, shit is the famine or economy collapses, they're going to be looking for men of the Lord to give help, to get help from. But you're not going to find us out here. Okay? A man of the Lord shall be hard to find. You're going to be stuck with your average Joes. Yeah, you're going to be stuck with your so-called bad man. Your local bad man. Alright? And you're going to find out how bad he really is. Alright? You're going to see big man wailing. Alright, go on. Because when Jay Helm's cracking in, martial laws on the streets and that, okay, you can't thug your way out of these curses. Okay, in the tribulation. Slack it. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Start at my house. Alright? Go on. This is Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Right. So the Most High said to his men, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Which is talking about his people. Right? Because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Go on. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Put a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Alright? Basically mark the elect and seal the elect. Because 2/3 of the Israelites are going to get put to death for the rest of the heathen nations. Go on. I'm hoping that maybe Yahawah show me a shadow. We bumped into that guy in Jacob's trouble. I don't care. If he's sizing up to you, he's sizing up to me. Go on. I'm not sizing up to them, I'm brilliant. You know what I'm saying? But he's sizing up to the Heavenly Father. Actually, snack. Let me finish this and I'll get Moses. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Right. Go ye through the city and smite. The word smite means to kill. Go on. Let not your eyes spare. Let not your eyes spare. Alright? So it doesn't matter if that's your brother, okay? Or your sister, or your cousin, or someone that you used to know way back in the day. You see what I'm saying? Let not your eyes spare. Doesn't matter how trim the woman is. Alright? When you welcome Jesus Christ comes back down, you think, oh, she's pretty, so I'm going to let her live. As wicked as she is. That would be respect as a person. That's this world. Go on. Go after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Right, let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. And the Most High said to his men, before he makes us hunters, he's going to make us fishers of men. Isaiah 58 and 1, it says, cry aloud, spare not. Okay, lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions and the house of Israel Where is it? It's lucky. So my people, their transgressions, the house of Israel, their iniquity. Okay? Go and finish that. Slay utterly old and young. Right, so the Most High, when the time comes, he's going to send his men to slay utterly old and young. Go on. And he makes it very specific who he's going to be slaying. Go on. It's funny how you never hear these scriptures in the church though. And your pastor's a man of the Lord. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, both maids and little children. Go on. And women. And women. Alright? Because you know you got bad men out here, but they want to talk about, the black woman's God and this and that rubbish. I'm big up my mum and all that madness. Go on. Because it says in this society, there's a saying that says, what is it? A real man don't hit a woman. Okay, so if a woman's coming up to you with a face with that, what, you're a real man, you ain't gonna let the woman lick you down, yeah? But the woman, the Heavenly Father don't care about if you're a woman. If you're going off and you're wicked, the Most High is gonna slay you. Okay? The Most High don't care if you're pretty or not. Yeah, if you're wicked, you're not learning, and you're not coming back to your nationality, you're not calling upon the Heavenly Father, yeah, and you're not in order, and specifically if you're an Israelite, you're going to be put to death. The Most High don't care when he sends his son back. Okay? He's not going to show no mercy. Right, Slacky, you're going to have to find that scripture where is it? I think it's Matthew 24 and 15. Think ye that I've come to send peace? I've come not to send peace by swords. Swords, Slacky. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Right, come not near any man on whom is the mark. That's why the Bible says in Isaiah 32 and 2, that women are going to be, 7 women shall cleave unto one man, saying we shall, where is it? Eat our own bread and make our own apparel, only let us be saved by thy name. Oh, this is one of the famous scriptures. This is Isaiah chapter 4 and 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. Right, so in the time of Jacob's trouble, several women are going to attempt to take hold of one man. And that's a man of the Most High. Okay? It's not going to be some average bad man out here. I don't mean no Jay Spades or gigs. Go on. It's not going to be your average Joe, smooth-faced, pretty boy, little, got his Timbs on and that, looking all nice. It's not going to be that guy. It's going to be no Chris Brown nigga. Go on. It's going to be that guy, man. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. Of the Lord saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by their name to take away our reproach. Okay, so let's say that don't look after us, yeah? Just marriage that we'll be taken under your guys. Okay? Go on, no, go back to that one and finish that first then. Okay? But come not near any man who is the mark and begin at my sanctuary. Right, so the Most High said to begin cleaning his house at his sanctuary. Okay? Because how can the Most High start knocking heads of the heathen nations that are round about? Alright? The Caucasian man, the Arab man, the Indian man, the Hermetic Africans, the Chinese man and the Japanese man. How can the Most High execute judgment on the heathens if he hasn't even cleaned up his own house first? Okay?
Right with Yahawah Israel first.
I hear you. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Right. Judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, which means that when the Most High passes judgment, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, West Africans are going to feel it first. Because you're the Most High's people. Okay? Go on. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Heavenly Father? Right. And that specifically means that the brothers in the truth that understand that they're Israelites, okay, and that are pushing their work and trying their best to try and receive salvation. Okay? So if it begins at us knowing this truth and knowing who we are according to the Bible, what about the Israelites that don't even consider following the laws, let alone those that are in the doctrines of the heathen nations round about? Go on. When we get to the heathens. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, if the righteous shall scarcely be saved, if the elect shall scarcely be saved, contrary to the church's teaching, everyone going to be saved. Go on. Yeah, it's going to be a cake. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? The ungodly is the heathen nations round about us, and the sinner is you.